Please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I post a new Tom Brady video every day.
Bears and Bucks, keep an eye on that. You know Brady is going to... Does Brady specifically want to beat them on fourth down or what?
Do you think they go for it on every fourth down?
He doesn't... As you know, that offense hums so well, they hardly make it to third down. That I'm just wondering if Brady's going to purposely just airmail an open receiver on third down just to get it to fourth down, convert on fourth down, and hold up four fingers to the Bears and go, I knew exactly what down it was. I purposely made it to this down.
I actually think he'll probably score 4 touchdowns.
And just hold up. Yeah, that's a better way to do it. And he'll throw his fourth touchdown on a fourth down in the fourth quarter, right, just so he can line it up. Just so, they've probably got it all scripted on his Instagram with his Instagram team right now. This is the way we'll do it on the stories and all that.
Ready to go.
Oh, and he's thinking about that moment.
The Chicago Bears travel to Tampa Bay to play the Buccaneers, who are missing Rob Gronkowski, Levante David, Antonio Brown. Will that be enough for Chicago to pull off the upset, Ryan?
No, I'm going with the Bucs, but this does scare me. When you watch Tom Brady play offensively, Rob Gronkowski, Antonio Brown, they seem to be his go-to guys, the guys he's most comfortable with, even with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin being available. But I just don't think that Bill Lazor, the offensive coordinator of the Bears, allows Justin Fields to push the ball down the football field enough in order to make the big plays to keep this team in the game. It was a very tough pick for me, Mina, but I'm going to stick with the Bucs.
I agree insofar as I think it's close, but I'm leaning Tampa Bay, largely because I've been really impressed by this Bears defense, perhaps one of the more surprising units in the NFL, playing really good football at all levels. But on the other side of the ball, I just don't like the matchup between this Bears offensive line and the Bucs pass rush.
No,
so give me Tampa,
absolutely.
But I think it'll be close.
Brady, there's no question in my mind as we're looking over the steering wheel for the rest of Week 7 that began last night in Cleveland, and we're going to talk to Joe Thomas about it in a moment, my colleague from NFL Network, who was on the set with Case Keenum last night. No doubt in my mind, Tom Brady remembers that Thursday Night Football moment when he held up 4 fingers and everybody thought it was a senior moment, that he forgot it was fourth down, and he thought this was now fourth down. It was really fifth down, which, as you know, means the game was over because he had no more attempts to try and beat the Bears. And he's thinking about that. And here come the Bears back in. And the defense would like to perform so well that Nick Foles somehow gets in the game. And that's going to be their mindset coming in, man. That's going to be their mindset coming in. And, Michigan, Ohio State. When was the last time there's a Michigan versus Ohio State quarterback matchup in the NFL? It's been a long time because, Ohio State doesn't usually send starting quarterbacks in the NFL. And so it's just so much, I think, that Brady could use in any way, shape, or form. This is going to be red wedding type material for Brady. And I know the last time that was mentioned for Brady, that game did not materialize in New England. But I think he's ready to roll against the Bears. I think he's ready to roll, and that defense is ready to roll. Take away the run game and go right after the quarterback, because that's what they do. They take care of the run game, and they are banged up on the running side, the Bears. But that's the late window marquee game for week number 7.
He is playing at a supremely high level. Pro Football Focus says through 6 games, Tom Brady has made 1 turnover-worthy throw, just 1.
I remember you were here on this program a couple of springs ago, and just after Brady had signed with the Bucs, and you're like, this is going to be a great marriage. This is going to be a great match. And last year, it kind of looked like last year would have been the time to go get the Bucs and try and knock them off, because they were still trying to figure each other out, or what one likes and what one doesn't like, and they still won a Super Bowl anyway in that transition period. This now seems like they're on cruise control, like that Brady's comfortable, and Arians doesn't, and Arians sits back there and knows that he and Leftwich are all locked in, and the 3 of them together are locked in. It looks like this is the high level functioning, or is there another gear that we're not talking about?
Guess what? He's number 1 in yards passing. He's the only quarterback in the league over 2,000 yards already.
I don't think we've reached our potential at all. So I think we've got to continue to stress the importance of the details every day of what we're trying to do, and we don't have anything that I feel that I'm out there and go, man, we really got this nailed. I mean, there's a lot of things we need to do better.
If you have anybody that can keep you out of that mindset, it's Tom Brady and Bruce. Not letting you get complacent, not letting you look past the next opponent.
I guess cruise control does have a connotation that's negative. I'm just saying that it looks like whatever feeling out period is definitely over. I mean, it's over and it's long gone. Like, Brady's comfortable. He is ready every single game with a mindset of knowing where he wants to go. And it just seemed like last year when they went 7-5, it looked like that they were still trying to figure each other out. And that's done. That's over. And I'm just wondering if this is the level of offense that Arians was looking for last year and Brady was as well, or they can actually get better. I mean, is that possible in any way, shape, or form?
It's absolutely possible. They were really trying to figure out Bruce's and Byron's offense in the first 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks last year. You can see that there's been a mesh of what Brady really loves, what he's really comfortable with, a lot of his strengths, and maybe some of the Josh McDaniels and Bill O'Brien stuff he was running in New England forever. So you can see, I mean, you're right. I mean, there's no miscommunications. There were so many times last year Mike Evans would break in and the ball would be thrown out, or vice versa, and you're just not seeing that anymore. So there's a lot of football to be played, as the season goes on. If they can stay healthy, the sky's the limit. I mean, they're top 3 or 4 in every category in offense. There's no reason they can't finish the season number 1 in most of those categories.
Okay, look at Pro Football Focus right now. I dare you. Your favorite website. Go to it right now and call it up and see grading system so far for quarterbacks in this league through 6 games. Tom Brady is graded number 1 of all those quarterbacks. Number 1. He's the best at it. Yeah. He's the best decision maker. He's the best speed reader of a defense. He is the sweetest thrower of the football. I think he's a better thrower of the football than Aaron Rodgers. You say he's the greatest thrower ever.
Don't do that.
Well,
so you was doing good. You was doing that. You was having an okay argument.
Great. No. I'm doing better because I have never seen anyone throw more beautiful, catchable passes more accurately and consistently than Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr.
There's a lot of screens. There's a lot of bubble screens. There's a lot of check downs. That's what that tells me.
Sure. He always does that. He's a master of all that.
Then. But
when it's time to go deep, he can go deep like nobody can. Because you told me back in his final year in New England, I see his arm talent is declining. That's what you told me. I see none. I kept telling you, I don't see it drop off at all. And now we're to 44, and I think his arm's getting actually stronger.
But what you did concede is that he wouldn't be what he is in Tampa, in New England, with that level of talent.
Well, you know what happened? The final year, the cupboard was so bare, they were dead last in the league in what's called separation among their receivers. They had the worst receiving core in pro football his final year. They still made the playoffs, right?
And so now,
that was maybe his greatest achievement.
Now,
are we sleeping on the Bucs? Watch your pronouns, homie. We? Not me. But yeah, I can see that the general landscape right now just seems like they're off the Bucs right now. And it's so rewarding if you're a Bucs player right now to fly under the radar. Kind of like you did last year. A lot of attention, but when you were 7-5, guess what people were saying? This team ain't gonna work out. And what happened? They ran the table and it worked out. This year, they're not gonna get drunk off their success. You know why? Ain't nobody pouring no drinks on them. Everybody is talking about what? The Cardinals, talking about the Rams, talking about the Ravens, talking about the Bills. The Bucs, whatever. And that's exactly what Tom Brady is ordered. You know why? It helped him keep focused on his grind. This is what Tom Brady wants. Who's the last quarterback to win back-to-backs? I don't know. Maybe it's a Tom Brady, the same guy who's in this situation right now, who's like, yeah, give me everything I want, which is that Lombardi trophy. But all that noise, all that fame, y'all can have that. Give that to the Rams and them.
That's it for this video. I post a new Tom Brady video every day, so please like and subscribe. That way you'll always have a new Tom Brady video to watch every single day. Thanks for watching.